Hey. Hi, we're the only ones so far. How are you? Sorry, somebody asked about my health and I ended up having to do like 5 videos that like don't even, I kept forgetting to do captions. I feel like an ass. How are you? Hi, Tangeray. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. The dogs are a lot. They're with the dog walker right now, so they're intense. Like, I feel like in 5 minutes, the doorbell's going to ring again and they're going to be full of piss and vinegar and I'm going to have to go. But they were resource guarding me really bad, so we had to get some help. Like, I had to get some help. Plus, I know you guys don't know, but I have really bad left-sided weakness and neuropathy, so there's no way I could walk 2 dogs if my life depended on it. I would go down so fast. It would be crazy. Hi, welcome. Welcome. How is everybody? It's so quiet today. I literally, I think it's you guys. Thank you. She lets me use Cash App. So if it weren't for you guys, I could not do this. Oh, thank you. That's sweet. Very kind of you to say. So yeah, if I didn't have you guys, you guys are helping with this rescue dog a lot. Yesterday was a long day. She was afraid of like the people that come in and out of the house all day, and she barked for like 6 hours straight. And I was so tired. I fell asleep at 6:30. Oh, that's good. Where are you? Where are you located? You guys, it's so chill today. Like, should I just do like a collective reading? Are you guys into that? I'm just going to do a collective reading. Stay on here for a few minutes. New York. Oh, I'm so jealous. I love New York. I learned to talk in New Jersey. I lived there not long, but my dad worked in Manhattan, and I used to get to watch like the Macy's parade from his office and stuff. I just have really wonderful memories of living back east. I'm in Northern California now. All right, I'm going to do a little collective reading. I'm a Capricorn too. Oh, so I'm a shadow work reader, so I could explain that. I am definitely not your typical tarot card reader. I'm a life coach too and a Reiki healer. So when I read in a way in which we're helping to connect yourself subconscious with your conscious, make you kind of aware of difficult choices in your life or triggers, why you're triggered, things like that. What your guides want you to know. I can look at Akashic records. I never call it that, but like what your life plan is, what your soul's purpose is. I can look at that, which I don't consider fortune telling. And I can see what's going on in your subconscious based on the cards. I read in a very Carl Jung style, and that is what I love to do. All right, so I'm going to do a collective. Oh my God, all 3 cards are reversed. So unless everyone's in some sort of a funk, which I don't think is true, I'm going to reshuffle these because I can't, because that could be my funk because I'm so exhausted from this adorably beautiful, sweet rescue dog. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. I love it. So most of you are wanting to learn, absorb. You're deepening your interest in the spiritual world, which makes sense because you wouldn't be here if you weren't. That you're trying to figure out, it's like you know that there's more to life than what you see. Good morning. And you're trying to figure out what that looks like, what you want to learn. It's like you're just kind of soaking in knowledge, which is amazing. And the first sign to me, I believe, of a pretty deep spiritual awakening. Oh my God, you guys, you got 2 major arcana cards. I'm dying. Then the sun, it's like the sun means that you're in your soul's purpose, that for the first time, you're kind of stepping out of toxic behavioral patterns. And it's really beautiful. And you're really understanding the difference between intuition and anxiety. And let me tell you, that is a really, really hard thing to learn, the difference between intuition and anxiety. It's something that takes years, but you can see it, you can feel it. You're beginning to see that intuition feels natural and anxiety feels heavy, right? You're ready. Oh my God, you guys, 3 friggin' major arcana cards out of 3 cards. You saw me shuffle. I'm dying. So the guides are like completely with you, completely with you. And they're ready as you start this new journey of hope, optimism, feeling like you have a chance to create a life you love, which I love. If you guys want to go look at my health journey, I don't get into the narcissistic battle stuff much. I should. I don't, because that is a lot of why I was so sick. And I don't get into some of the harder periods in my life. I do say that I was so consumed with fear that I was vibrating so low that that's why I kept stroking, and that's why I got lupus, and that's why I got so sick. And I know that because I was vibrating in this place of fear. What's so beautiful about this is you guys are vibrating up and out of the fear and realizing that you do have total control of your life, that you do have the ability to say, this isn't working for me, without being an asshole because you think you're hurting someone's feelings, or you've been trained to only be, say what people want to hear and be a people pleaser, right? There's money coming in. So it's like, now that you've this negativity is falling off, you can expect money, new opportunities, tons of it. You're feeling more grounded and rooted. Oh my God, another major arcana. You have all the tools you need to do anything you want. I love that it starts with the Hierophant, because that means that you're looking to a teacher or an advisor. And I feel so grateful that so many of you are working with me. I feel really blessed for that. I want you to see these cards, every single one, just so you guys know. If I turned a card for yes or no, every single card I picked is a yes card, which means roads are open. Roads are open. You're letting go of toxic, low vibrational stuff. I don't actually, to be honest, I don't see any spiritual bypassing here. I don't see any need to be toxically positive. It's like you're working through your things and realizing that complaining has never gotten you anywhere. Doing things that make you miserable don't get you anywhere. You guys, this is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You're birthing a new life. And again, it's another major arcana card. So is there anyone on here who reads, who can understand that I pulled? Justina, are you on here? Brandy, are you on here? Literally, we pulled the Hierophant, which is interesting because we're here working together, right? The Sun, insane. The Fool, which is maybe my favorite card in tarot. I always say that the Fool reminds me of Katie Haring in Mean Girls, right? She has the best intentions and she just goes out so innocent. And then, as life turns on her, she gets a little nasty and, a little manipulative, a little careless, makes the wrong choices. Then we go to the page of, so we get a page. I have not gotten one suit. Then we get the Magician, and then we get the Empress, which I'm actually reading in this collective. You're birthing a life you love. You realize how much power you have. And you also realize that the way you vibrate and you behave in relationships is the barometer for how other people behave around you. Life is great without risks, but being careless, for example, I have clients who are drug addicts. When the Fool's upside down for them, they're back on heroin, right? So risks is one thing. Going into life and being optimistic and doing what you need to do, you know what I mean? That's amazing. And I think that it's always fun to try new things. And that's kind of what the Fool's about. But when the Fool gets reversed, which it was not, but when it gets reversed, that's when we're making careless, drunk driving, careless choices that are going to get us in trouble, right? So like I said, I talk about Katie Haring a lot in Mean Girls. I think she's the perfect example of the Fool. I actually have a blog about it where she, she starts out innocent and sweet, and then she gets, a little darker, starts making worse and worse choices. And it's just a perfect example of, it doesn't need to be catastrophic. My husband's a recovering alcoholic, my second husband. Well, so my first husband. So you guys, the other thing is the whole entire world. Oh, I love that. You wake up thankful. Both of my husbands actually were alcoholics. So my husband, though, has been sober for a very long time, and I'm very lucky that he made the choice on his own, and it hasn't been that challenging for us. The first couple of years were, for sure. I'm not going to lie about that. You guys, a lot of you asked questions about my health. I posted 4 videos. Listen, 5 videos. I forgot to put captions on some of them because I was going fast before we do this. I don't talk about my health a lot. It's not, you'll hear me say, I don't feel great, or things like that. But I tend not to, I don't like to put it out in the universe a lot. I did do a 5-part little series. It's the last 5 I posted about my health. If you guys have any questions, you can ask. There's so much more than, I mean, in 5 minutes, I can't really tell you about 20 years of health drama. But it is, yes, I have had so many TIAs and I've had a stroke. My husband did marry me twice. We were at the wedding planner for our wedding that was supposed to be 6 months down the line. When I had my ischemic stroke, I never say it right. And I ended up in the hospital, and he didn't like the care I had because I was on disability and I wasn't even on disability yet, but I just had not great insurance. And he married me, and he got me to Stanford, and it was really amazing. And then I got all the diagnoses I needed, and then I went back to regular doctors and got myself super, super, super over medicated. And that is how I ended up with lupus. So, and then I had to, anyway, so it's a lot, but if you guys have any questions about my health, I know we have a lot of people who are chronically ill on here. Please feel free to ask me. I will always do my best to answer as honestly as I can. I have to tell you, that's my real shadow work, is to be able to like talk about that and not feel some sort of way. I'm trying to think. You can feel my energy. Oh, good. I hope that's good. I do Reiki as I'm reading and as I'm talking. I tend to try to do Reiki and unblock and talk about things like that. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to ask me. My doorbell's going to ring in 2 seconds and I'm going to have to go. But yeah, it's a hard diagnosis, right? So when I say, and then got lupus, I think I had lupus for years and years and years and years and years, but it was very minimal. And unfortunately, it had to go to my brain and my kidneys for anyone to figure out I had lupus. And that was very scary for everyone who loved me. My daughter, my 22-year-old wasn't here, obviously, or 23, God. 23-year-old wasn't here, obviously, but my 19-year-old was. She was in high school, and she will tell me all, it's like, I had PTSD from when you had psychosis. I love you. You're the best mom. And I'm like, I'm sure you do. It was really scary. I thought she was trying to kill me. So, I've been through some shit. And yes, you will very seldom see me without really heavy tinted sunscreen on, because any lights and I get irritation, and I can't be outside at all without sunscreen, or I get very, very red. And I tend to have lupus rash a lot. What else is going on? Any other questions? So you guys, I have appointments this week. I almost never have same week appointments. So it's really exciting. So if you guys want to work with me one-on-one, I do mediumships, I do past lives, I do regular tarot, I do spiritual guidance. We always use the cards. I mean, very seldom do I have an appointment where we don't use the cards. I teach tarot, so you can make appointments and we learn one card at a time. And I give you some homework to learn the cards. It's your time. So I have 15 minutes or 30 minutes, and you guys can do whatever you want with that said time. Yeah. Do you guys have any other questions about anything? It's been so quiet this week, right, you guys? Hasn't it been so quiet this week? I think it's important that we learn that we're all on our own. And I think that was a huge part of my journey. Oh, hey, a huge part of my journey was that I had to learn that it was me, that nobody else could do this for me. That it had to be me. Brandy, you want a card? I don't. Okay, yeah. Let's see. I have these that I can't shuffle cards, so here we go. Only time will tell. That's your card, Brandy. It's not very exciting. Oh, fun, Louisiana to California. Does anybody else want a card? I don't have very long, to be honest. Good morning. I just did a collective reading. Oh, also the other thing, I have a bunch of people who just ordered the moon rituals and they're asking me questions about when they'll be up. They usually go up 4 days prior, and we send a newsletter that tells you about the energy of the moon. So the next full moon is in Sagittarius. It's a super eclipse full moon, but it's not until, I want to say, the 27th, maybe it's the 26th. So like the 22nd, it should be up. So just, and watch your inbox, because we email twice a month with the full moon and the new moon energy, what you need to know, why you're feeling the way you're feeling. If you guys are interested in, finding out about moon energy and getting that information, join my mailing list. We only email twice a month unless there's like something exciting going on. Hey, are we taking names? I don't even know if are we taking names? Like I said, in 2 seconds, the doorbell's gonna ring, and I'm gonna have to get these dogs back. And I have my first client at 9, so I only have a few minutes. But I don't even know if we're taking names. Yeah, this is a big moon. But it's not for a little while. We still have some time, right? Good morning. Hold on, let me see. Can you guys tap the screen for the moderators? Because I cannot do this without them. Tap, 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 tap the screens. Thank them for being here. If you want to connect with a lost loved one, I suggest doing a 15-minute or 30-minute appointment, because then you have it recorded for Prosperity One, which is really, really nice. And it's easier for me. I feel like everyone's dropping names, so I feel badly, but the doorbell's about to ring in like 1 second. Tomorrow, you guys make sure to get on tomorrow at 8, and we'll have a really, really good reading day tomorrow at 8, because I'm so sidetracked right now. I feel like I can't channel because I'm worried about the dogs, which I feel, oh, I'm sorry. That's fine. You can do bye. Bye is fine with me. I'm just telling you, I channel better. I channel better when there's not as much energy, and you will get a better reading. And it's okay. Don't worry about it. And anyone who's upset, here's the thing. This is part of being on a healing journey. I don't owe anybody anything. Like, I don't owe you guys anything. I do this out of the love of, my heart, you know what I mean, to be nice. And right now I'm just preoccupied because I just rescued a aggressive dog, and she's out on a walk, and they're going to ring the doorbell any money. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. You're very sweet. I just want to say, but that's part of, there was a time where that would have just been so difficult for me, because I would have felt like I let someone down, or, I mean, honestly, like, such a huge part of my journey has been to learn to know that, I have to take care of me first, whatever that looks like. And the other thing about me is I never want to, I want to give someone like all of me when I'm working with them, and I never want to be halfway, and especially like as a channel. And I actually believe now that the strokes were so that I could channel better and be more connected. And I feel like they were a huge gift, and I feel really grateful. And I feel like even the lupus psychosis opened me up in this way, that even though it was so scary in it, I now understand things I could never have understood before. I think that I thought I could, right? Because my ego told me I could, but I could never have unless I went through them. So, yeah, I guess that's it. So I'm going to say goodbye. We will be back tomorrow, and I promise it'll be more lively, and I will be more with it. See you guys soon. Hope you guys make appointments. I would love to work with you. Bye.